I have a paper that I wrote with Susan Rowader in the Journal of Economic Perspectives that's called Mental Retirement. And we set out to study use it or lose it. The psychology literature suggested that that attempts to sort of engage in mental exercise, such as playing games or doing crossword puzzles or things of this sort, had very modest and often temporary effects on people's cognitive ability, for example, in their memory ability. But one of the problems with those kinds of studies is that the degree of mental stimulation or mental exercise that people are getting with that is a relatively low dose compared to what one gets, say, over one's lifetime in terms of the kind of stimulation that they have in doing their work, possibly the kinds of things that they engage in outside of work. So you could think of it as kind of a problem of a small dose gives you a small response. In our paper, we use data from studies from the United States, the Health and Retirement Study, the English Longitudinal Study of Aging, and the Survey of Health, Aging, and Retirement in Europe that covers about 11 countries. And we were able to compare the cognitive abilities of people who have face different retirement systems and have different incentives to retire. And we found, in fact, a causal effect of early retirement had a substantial negative impact on people's memory scores, episodic memory scores. And that, I think, is because there's a big dose in the change in environment. So the underlying reasons for this early retirement effect could lie along two different lines. One is the idea that the home environment is less stimulating than the work environment, and so you get less mental exercise in your leisure environment than in your work environment. That could be true on average. It might be different for particular individuals. Another idea is that the anticipation of early retirement reduces the incentive to invest in keeping up with new technology, in figuring out how to deal with a boss that's difficult, and dealing with any of the other kind of work-related issues. And so that's another possible reason for the underlying reason for this effect. And so from our results, it suggests that as people work longer, it's likely to have a beneficial effect on their cognitive abilities.